I'm sorry I couldn't be there for the presentation today, but I know that Riley and Laura are going to do an absolutely fantastic job of presenting our ideas for the Sweet Tooth Fairy campaign. But today I want to focus in on our research and some of the reasons behind all of our ideas for the campaign. So with that, I want to focus in on the research in terms of the competitor and some of the competition along the Wasatch Front, as well as some consumer insights into their demographics and psychographics. Now I've got this little gadget here that's going to help me visualize all this data. So if we just turn it on, okay, let's start with the competitive research and some of the things that the competition of the Sweet Tooth Fairy is doing. Turn that on. All right. These first two numbers I have here, the top number is 274, and this is the number of indirect competitors of the Sweet Tooth Fairy. These are shops that sell things such as donuts, frozen yogurt, bakeries, and things of the sort. The number on the bottom, the 111, is the number of confectionery stores that can compete directly with the Sweet Tooth Fairy. So when you combine these numbers, 274 with 111, you get the 385, which is the number of direct and indirect competitors of the Sweet Tooth Fairy. So there's definitely a lot of competition along the Wasatch Front, definitely a very saturated market, and something we need to delve into when creating campaign ideas for Tooth Fairy. So let's close those down, and let's actually talk more about the consumer now. So we go here. This first number I have is 111 million. Now 111 million is the number of annual sales across all of Utah for confectionaries. So people in Utah are definitely spending a lot of money on confectionaries throughout the entire year, and definitely something the Sweet Tooth Fairy can tap into. Close that down. These next two numbers I have are the 73,000, excuse me, and the $24 on the bottom. The 73,000 is the average household income along the Wasatch Front, and the $24 is how much somebody is spending per month on confectionery items. So people in the Wasatch Front make about $73,000 per year for a household, and they spend about $24 a month on confectionaries. All right. For our next one, let's get this number of 785,000, which is the number of people living in Utah between the ages of 24 and 54. And we determined this to be our target market, because they're the ones who are purchasing the confectionaries on average mostly. But if we split this apart, we find that there are 384,000 females and 400,000 males living along the Wasatch Front. So we want to focus our primary attention on the females aged 24 to 54, and then our secondary target market would be the males aged 24 to 54. So it's definitely a lot of people who fall into both our primary and secondary target market that we want to focus in on for the Sweet Tooth Fairy. Close those down. I've got two more percentages for you. The top one, the 14%, represents that people living in Utah are 14% more likely than the average American to be willing to purchase food over the internet. So people living in Utah are definitely technologically savvy, and they have no qualms about purchasing things over the internet. Now the number 5% on the bottom is that the people in Utah are 5% more likely than the average American to be swayed by coupons to try new things. So with this information, we know that people in Utah are willing to purchase food online, and that they're also swayed by coupons to purchase new things. So definitely some great insight into that. And close those down, and close this down as well. Now all this information can be found in pages 4 through 8 of the written report that's in front of you, and it's got a lot of detailed information on all these numbers plus a lot more. So please take the time to read that, and I'm sure Riley and Laura can answer any questions that you may have. So thank you.